Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, welcome back. We're still continuing our discussion on sincerity and those who are sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before the break, our Shaykh spoke about the danger of being insincere, and he mentioned a very famous hadith which really hits the message home, as we said, about the danger of being insincere. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us do all of these actions that we do sincerely for His sake subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaykh, I would like to ask you more about sincerity and the nature of sincerity. Does sincerity have levels? Have the ulama spoken or mentioned anything about the levels of sincerity?
The ulama have spoken about the levels of sincerity, but we can't say it is accurate, and we cannot say it is clear cut. But it's opinion of some ulama, however. They said the first stage of sincerity is when you do your action and exclude the people praise from it. But you do your action seeking Allah's reward only in this life and the hereafter. For example, you may do an action for tying the bonds of kinship. Tying the bonds of kinship will give you a reward in this life and in the hereafter. So you do this action seeking Allah's pleasure and seeking a reward in this life, a reward in the hereafter. In this life, what are you going to have? As in the hadith we have, the one who desires, in Sahih Muslim, whoever desires for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to multiply his provision and prolong his age, then let him tie the bonds of kinship. If you want Allah ta'ala to prolong your age and to multiply provision, then you can tie the bonds of kinship. So you do this action seeking Allah's reward in this life and in the hereafter. Okay? If you do that, this is ikhlas, this is sincerity. But you want a portion of reward in this life and in the hereafter. This is the first stage. A better stage than this is when you want no reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this life, but you want a reward in the hereafter. So you do any action seeking Allah's reward in the hereafter, but not this life. You want Allah ta'ala to save all of your rewards in the hereafter. The third stage, which is the best, which the ulama said, is to do your action seeking no reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're not doing it because you want to have a high place in Jannah or high reward in Jannah, but you're doing it to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who created you, the one who is your Lord and you are His slave. You want His pleasure. You're not after His reward, but you are after His pleasure. And this is the highest rank, or highest stage, highest level of ikhlas. However, these levels are not accurate, at the same time are subject to negotiation.
But they do make a lot of sense, yeah.
They make a lot of sense, but anyone can say, well, the main thing is that I want Allah's pleasure, at the same time I want a reward in this life. What's wrong with that? They can say that.
Yes, I agree. Yes. Sheikh, mashallah, subhanallah, this is we have now such a wealth of information about sincerity and the nature of sincerity and the importance and why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has really entitled those who are sincere His beloved ones. So now, as we try to do all the time, is how can we, or are there any actions which corrupt one's ikhlas, so that we can inshallah ta'ala refrain from them, and we can inshallah ta'ala try and develop a true sense of sincerity in us?
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh. Very good question. Very good question. How to avoid falling how to avoid to nullify our sincerity, and what the actions that will nullify our sincerity is the question. Yeah?
Yes. They will corrupt it and really
will corrupt that.
Yeah, will kind of like erode. Erode our true form of sincerity away from us.
SubhanAllah. Well, let me say the first one is that when we admire our actions, when we feel pleased about our actions. This will corrupt, and this will spoil the ikhlas, sincerity. Whenever you see at your actions, there are good actions, beautiful actions, righteous actions, that means you are losing ikhlas. Whatever you do in this life, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you should consider it to be little. Never have admiration or never feel pleased with your actions. The moment you do that, you are losing ikhlas. Don't say, I've done this, I've done this, I've done
Because that may lead you, the fact that you admire your actions may lead you to think that others are now admiring your actions, so you may start seeking their admiration instead of the pleasure of Allah.
Which is the second as well factor that will spoil your ikhlas, is to anticipate people praise. To wait for people to praise you. To expect them to praise you whenever you're doing action. And sometimes you may divert any conversation with them to touch certain actions that you've done, so to hear from them the praise. Because you feel that the praise is the energy for you. If you feel this is your situation, that you are lacking sincerity. You are lacking sincerity. So a sincere person will try his best to hide his actions. To hide his actions.
SubhanAllah. So just going back to that first thing that will corrupt our ikhlas, which is to, as you said, Sheikh, not to admire your actions, subhanAllah. It seems to be kind of like this, by not admiring your action, you're not allowing other people to admire it as well.
Exactly.
And then it doesn't allow you to lead on to the second thing, admiring your action, and that will, as you said, corrupt the action, subhanAllah. So I think what you've said there is a very important thing. I think me and maybe the viewers, inshallah ta'ala, can take that into consideration. That can be the first step, and it's good to close the doors there, and which will lead on to
the second
others. The second, which is worst.
Which is worst, exactly.
SubhanAllah.
And let me give some cures, inshallah ta'ala, to these two things. It might help. Do you have time?
Yes, we have some time.
To cure this matter, the first factor, which is at the lacking of actions, the feeling pleased with your actions, how to cure this, how to cut this from your habits. Think of the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who created you and the one who enabled you to do these actions. Allah ta'ala is the one who's giving you all the strength, the health, the power, the means to fulfill and do and perform your actions. وَاللَّهُ خَلَقَكُمْ وَمَا تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah ta'ala is the one who created you and your actions. If it wasn't Him, you wouldn't have been able to do any action. The one who guided you towards doing these actions. Whoever Allah guides, none can mislead. Allah Ta'ala is the one who guided you. So all the thanks and praise should go to Him. And appreciation should go to Him. You should appreciate Allah's favor upon you. Shouldn't think of, I've done this. But you should say, thank you to Allah who enabled me to thank Him. Who enabled me to be amongst His servants. Who enabled me to worship Him. It is a pleasure for you to worship Allah Ta'ala. You shouldn't look at your actions and the acts of worship, but you should feel that you should feel honored that you are amongst Allah's slaves. That will help you and enable you to avoid this spoiling factor. Inshallah ta'ala.
SubhanAllah, Shaykh. Jazakallahu khairan. Now, as we usually do, let's take it from the other side, Shaykh. What are the signs of an insincere person?
The insincere person, one of the main signs of the insincere person is that he doesn't have any secret acts of worship. He doesn't care about the secret acts of worship, and also he has double standard in praying and in performing acts of worship. He does something in front of people and something while he's alone. He's lazy in worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Time we spoke about the munafiqeen, what did he say? They pray, but they are lazy. إن المنافقين يخادعون الله وهو خادعهم. Indeed, the hypocrites are trying to fool Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala is the one who will fool them. وإذا قاموا إلى الصلاة قاموا كسالى. And once they stand up for the prayer, they stand up in laziness. يراؤون الناس. They do that for showing off. ولا يذكرون الله إلا قليلا. They mention Allah Ta'ala but little. Subhanallah. So as well, mention Allah Ta'ala more and profusely is a sign of ikhlas. And let me say something at the end before, I know the time is we going towards the end of the show. To help you to acquire ikhlas, there's a very important concept that you need to know that the praise of people and the thanks of people and the admiration of people will not benefit you. What will benefit you is what Allah Ta'ala thinks of you, what Allah Ta'ala knows about you. People may say that you are a knowledgeable person, or a reciter, or a brave one, or you are a generous one, but Allah Ta'ala is the one who knows your intention. So you should think what Allah Ta'ala is saying about me, what Allah Ta'ala is thinking about me, not what people think about you. People, they know what is apparent. In fact, their praise to you might be a contention against you in the hereafter. Allah Ta'ala will say to you, you said you've done that so that they may say that you are a reciter or you are knowledgeable, and they said it. They said it. Yes. Now, or the hellfire.
SubhanAllah. Jazakallahu khairan, Shaykh. Our time has ended again. It was a beautiful way to wrap up, and I'm sure the viewers would also agree that it was a good way of wrapping up this really whole 2-episode discussion of sincerity and the importance of sincerity. Just again, Jazakallahu khairan, Shaykh, for your time. Brothers and sisters, until we meet again on with another quality of which distinguishes the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Until then, Jazakumullahu khairan for tuning in, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I am a Muslim, Quran is my guide.